But the first of its kind that we have real written accounts of is what was known as the Halifax gibbet. It was described as a wooden structure about 15 feet high, with a sharpened axe affixed to the top by a rope. It was employed for more than 300 years. Its original name was the Louisette, and this is so called after its originator, a man named Antoine Louis. The original French version was constructed in Strasbourg, and it was shipped to Paris, where it was soon to work overtime for roughly 5 years and then part-time for many years following that. The reason we know the name is because of another man who happened to be a surgeon, and that's Joseph Ignace Guillotine. He sought to perfect a quick and painless way of dispatching the condemned. They hunted down lots of people, aristocrats, priests, basically all the bourgeoisie, and they were bent on killing them all. But in the end, they would also end up killing their own, and that's why history knows this era as the Reign of Terror. Most of the executions occur at the Place de Révolution, previously Place Louis XIV, and now Place de la Concorde in central Paris. In a roughly 1 year period between the summers of 1793 and 1794, 17,000 souls were executed. Louis XVI and Marie Antoinette were famously guillotined several months apart from each other in 1793. Other famous victims of the guillotine, such as Danton, Saint-Just, and Robespierre, were ironically some of its most ardent supporters. But each of them lost their heads in 1794. Well, that would be Nazi Germany, about 150 years later. You want to guess how many were killed there by the blade? Oh, it's about the exact same number, 17,000, roughly. Does that number sound familiar? And though we associate the Third Reich with the Holocaust, we need to look at Hitler before that and the fascist regime he built before turning his designs to all-out war. In fact, during the whole of the Third Reich, that's 12 years, the Nazis executed a staggering 17,000 people.
This concludes the latest episode of Well Hung History. Make sure to subscribe and leave us a killer review. New episodes drop regularly.